간단하게 자기소개 한 번만 부탁드립니다.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Jung-ho Cha of Mina Plastic Surgery. Today we'll be discussing liposuction and body lift surgery procedures. Liposuction and body lift is, I would say, not exactly a separate procedures, but rather two procedures that can have a synergistic effect if it's done at the same time. Liposuction is a very good procedure when you want to remove some of the excessive fat on certain parts of the body. But in some people, with some of the accumulated fat, you have some of the excessive skin tissues that's sagging. In that case, just with the liposuctions, you'll still have the excessive skin that is sagging, and body lift procedures is done in order to remove that excessive sagging skin. A lot of people say that after liposuction, you gain the fat again. Now that is partly true, but it is a wrong concept. Liposuction is a process where we remove the fat tissues. That means that the number of fat cells has decreased after liposuction. When you gain weight as a whole, you have a lot more fat tissues in all parts of the body, not just the parts where you do the liposuction. But on that specific part where we did the liposuction areas, there's going to be a lot less fat than before. So unless you gain weight as a whole, it is not going to come back to what it was before. Right after the surgeries, your body is going to swell a little bit. You are going to be able to see the results immediately, but not as much as what you have anticipated because of the body swelling. We input a lot of body fluids in before we do the surgeries. That means that your body is going to be a little bit puffy. So even if we removed a lot of fat tissues, it is still going to be pretty large. But then it is quickly going to go away and you're going to see the results within 1 or 2 weeks. A lot of people ask me if you can reduce your weight by doing the liposuction. Fat tissue is a lot lighter than water. And during the procedure of the surgeries, we put in lots of fluids in your body before we remove the fat tissues. That means that right after the surgery, when you come out and you weigh yourself on a scale, you're going to notice that your weight has actually gone up. Now don't be frustrated because that is just the weight of the body fluid, the weight of the fluid that we gave you. As the swelling goes away, your body weight is going to drop down, but it is not going to be that significant because fat tissue is not that heavy. There's no specific things that you have to prepare yourself before this type of surgery other than just normal routine pre-operative preparations. Now, there are certain things that you have to be very careful after the liposuction process. When we do the liposuction process, that means that if you look at the layer of the skin, underneath the layer of the skin, there's the fat tissue layer and then there's the muscle layers. And we remove this whole fat tissue layers, which means that there are going to be some of the empty spaces between the skin and the muscle areas. And we don't want that space to be completely empty. We have to have the compression on that area to prevent any kind of side effects. So you would have to wear pressure garments in order for the wounds to heal completely. Now with those garments on, I recommend people to start easy exercises the day after the surgeries. 1 week after the surgeries, with that garments on, jogging would be okay. Now, rigorous exercises and weight liftings, I recommend that you wait for about 4 weeks, but then after that, it's free to do anything. Now, it really depends on your needs, but based on my experience with a lot of liposuction and body contouring patients is that people who try to lose a lot of weight, now there are certain places where the fat tissues never go away. That is the flanks and the lower back areas. Now those areas, no matter what you do, it is not going to go away. So a lot of people are very satisfied with the results if we do the liposuctions on those areas. We can also perform liposuctions on the facial areas and the neck areas, but it is a little bit different from liposuction in the body parts. Now, the face areas, if you look at your face, it moves a lot, it makes various expressions, and it is a very subtle, very important areas, which means that it has lots of nerves and a lot of organs, glands on the face areas. Because of that, the strength, the power of the liposuction that we do on the face is a little bit different. So unlike the body parts where we make it as strong as possible, on the face areas, we do the liposuction manually. So it is going to be effective, but not as effective as the liposuctions of the body parts. It's not necessarily more dangerous if you do the liposuction and body lift surgeries at the same time. I actually recommend that if you are thinking of the body lift procedures, that we do those two procedures at the same time, because you're going to save time and also you're going to have far better result doing these two procedures together at the same time. Today, we discussed liposuction and body lift procedures. Now, if you have any other questions or regards or any kind of comments, then feel free to contact us. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I'm Dr. Cha of Mina Plastic Surgery.